have to expose people who make a living of destroying the community, because if you watch the media, they will make you think it's the men you gotta watch out for. This society is offset by direct actions of women who are influenced by the beast. It offsets the planet when women are allowed to roam free. Well, it ain't women. I take that back. When bitches are allowed to do what the they want to do, ain't nothing good finna happen.
I just watched a video of a mother pull her pants down in her thong and twerk in front of her 5 kids, several of those kids being little boys. Call CPS now, immediately. I'm so tired of y'all. I'm so tired of y'all. When I say that these new little boys who being raised by these 304s are going to be some of the most disrespectful young men that you've ever seen. Y'all see the uprise in the unaliving of black girls by the hands of their black boyfriends? If y'all think that that's by coincidence, it's not. Those are more than likely boys who was raised by 304s. You can hear me now, believe me later.
You see that girl right there? That's how my daughter look. That's how my daughter look. They all got that look just like that. They look like this. They was brought up by a single mom who fed all kind of garbage in their ear about who they daddy was and what this is and all that, and they all look like that. They got that same look.
That's why you see the black woman online now. She don't take straightforward pictures. Or it's everything because she think every man is enticed by her ass.
And black women are beautiful, and it's
they are.
They became.
But if you start talking to them, they ugly. If you can find the most beautiful black girl, but when you talk to a man, it's ugly in the motherfucker. She got some stinking thinking. This up in the way she think. She have some unrealistic expectation of what a man is and what a man does with a woman. You know why? She ain't never seen a man just like we ain't.
On not having a daddy in the household for the most part. And what they're emulating is their thug mamas who had them at 12, 13, 14 years old, or at least the ones that try to claim street cred. And what you're getting a lot of is when they were 9 years old, they heard their favorite 13-year-old aunt say this stuff. So the women get upset with the male fantasies of dominance and control over these half-naked females that exhibit sexual fantasies for the male mind. That's not even what it's about. That's what their grandmamas, aunts, and mamas look like. You saw them back in the 70s or the early 80s in July when you had to go visit to interview them because they're too damn lazy to come downtown and get consultation with their lawyer, and they got cases. You see mama out there with some booty shorts on and her butt cheeks hanging out, tits hanging out, and grandmama looking the same. So you get a 17-year-old and his mama ain't but 29 years old and grandmama's 43.
They need help. They need to be counseled to be able to fit into society without causing grief like that. That's how my daughter looks. I'm telling you. I ain't saying she looks exactly like my daughter, but I'm saying I've seen that look. That's the look of a... Ooh, Corey said crazy. You useless. Out of everything I said, you take Corey said crazy and blow that up instead of seeing the cry for help that I'm trying to say for all of these young girls who was brought up by a mama in the same position as they in. I don't know her mama, but I would love to see what her mama is doing where her daughter is in that mental condition she in right now, showing up in court in a costume, a tight dress. Some of these women out here, now they really finna get mad. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? You about to hear it around the world. Who all listening to this show, they really finna get mad. It's women out here who hair follicles only see the night of day when they in the shop getting a new wig. It's women out here who hair follicles are always under weave and wigs. Their hair doesn't ever get to have the sun shine directly on it. How you think these people are insane? Their hair follicles never get the light from God to shine directly on it because they always got on a hair hat. That's why they insane, dog. They have been taught to not let God touch the top of their head. God touches the top of their wig all day long.
Greetings, you polite savages.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies and gentlemen of polite savages, my grandfather told me something very poignant to this discussion. He looked at me when I was a kid and he said, you know what, son? Everybody in this world just ain't gonna make it. So the only thing we can offer you is the truth and nothing but the truth as we see it. Are you ready? Here we go. One of the most diabolical things a mother can do in front of their child is be promiscuous or have promiscuous ways. Many times, young kids, they see this example not having a father in the house, or the father in the house just really isn't worth anything because everybody in the situation is just choosing poorly. And this kid starts to emulate what his mother does or what her mother does. You see, this is how we have so many broken people running around in society today. Where do you think it starts from? Everybody wants to blame this relationship trauma, but really the whole trauma and from the main relationship is from their home, from their mama. And with the rise of single mother households since the 70s and 80s, the problem is only getting worse. These women shaking their tails, their derrieres in front of kids, being straight up and straight down bust downs, and then they look around and wonder why their kid comes home pregnant at 16, 17, sometimes even 14. Well, it's plain and simple. They got it from their mama. And let us not forget the other ladies permeating throughout the culture adjacency. Oh yes, the Spanish ladies doing it now. White girls doing it now. Asian girls doing it now. All the girls around the world, straight up dottery. Then they have the nerve to look up and look around, 35 years old. Where are all the good men? Well, ma'am, one thing is true, and we'll say it over and over again. The good men were there when you were acting crazy. You walked by them because you weren't looking for a good man, because when you were looking for a good man, you weren't available. And so now the good men, they've gone on and moved on and already hemmed them up a queen. And you, ma'am, are out in the cold. Winter is coming. Shout out to the Godfather.
If you want to say like you're getting older and you're 40 and you can't talk about XYZ, then don't listen to the show. Or don't. You want to be so bitter about your own life that you're a fucking hater. I don't care.
I know.
We will be 65 years old and it will be called Girls Guide to Eat and we will be getting stripped on by strippers and I don't care. If you're
anything like that, you're a mom, you can't do that. You're this age, you can't do that. You can't wear that. You can't act like this. Says who?
Because there's so much mom shaming around, like moms going out, moms partying, moms acting wild. And it's like, why do I have to just be a mom?
Yeah.
I can't be a crazy slut. Yes, you can, sis.
The modern woman ideology and ethos is alive and well, spreading all around the world, as you can witness on these social media streets. That the modern woman mind virus has infected every one of them from multiple different generations, from baby boomers down to the zennials. It's becoming a very high likely probability that someone you know, friend or family, is out there on social media shaking their goods, using whatever filter they can to attract a man, showing bare skin, booty, meat, dropping it all over the gram, right next to their young daughters, competing for the slice of the pie of the attention that unfortunately so many women are so addicted to. Attention, you know, is the currency of these social media streets, especially on YouTube. But for the modern woman, attention is the addiction. It is the new drug, where these ladies know they can bear some skin, showing their butts, goods, coochie, cookies and all, spreading out, sprawling on the floor, giving it all, pumping and gyrating, twerking. Don't matter the age, embarrassing themselves and the next generations to come.
Do you really think I'm not a good sister?
You gotta think that your actions doesn't affect not just only you, but it also affects me. Next year, I'm gonna be applying for colleges. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that when things are on the internet. People ask me, do you really like your sister? Do you really approve of this? Like,
With everything that I'm doing, I've never once wanted it to affect you like this.
there's nothing else I can say. Like, you've everything.
The sisterhood out there, going out of their way to defend the bad actions of these ladies on social media, turning a blind eye to bad behavior. Anytime I hear their voices inside of my head or see in the comment section, why are you picking on us so much? You guys do the same thing in your own way as men do. You're oppressing us. You're part of the patriarchy. How dare you tell us what to do with our bodies? And what do we do with our booties? Hold up. It is true, ladies, I have no say over your bodies. But then I remember situations like this with little James Tucker and his mother.
When a son sees his mother trying to express herself as a sexual being, he loses respect for her as the mother figure. Your mother is not supposed to be running around slanging her butt cheeks in front of you as her children.
That's the natural protective instincts of little boy. In other words, I can't protect you if you out there acting like a thought, Mom. You making my job harder, Mom. That's why this little boy looking like that. Many of y'all had that same experience.
With your children, you are not a sexual being, but he does not see you and respect you as his mother because you have demonstrated that you don't have any respect for the position of mother. Mother comes with responsibilities.
Anytime I start to think that we're going a little too hard on these ladies, I get reminded of this. When a young son, a 10-year-old son, is embarrassed by his mother out on the internet, where now my public image is linked with her debauchery.
I am so pissy today. Just downright today. I had to come up here at 11 o'clock in the afternoon. That's prime time. If you know what I mean. But I'm cranky because my child is 10. I had to come up to the school and I had to pick him up. Why? Why did I have to pick this kid up? I had to pick this kid up because he's a man, okay? He's a little man and he's got a weak stomach like most men do. So I have to interrupt my day because some kid's got a rank. Oh, that's a new kind of skid block. What? That's some bullshit. I was like, does he have to pick it up? Like, can it be like an hour? Can we like work something out? And he was like, he needs to be picked up immediately because he threw up. I'm gonna Kool-Aid man through the side of a wall today. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm gonna do because I'm pent up and I got a lot of aggression.
Social media women do their dances, having fun with their daughters. But there is a line that gets crossed way too often, where the dance moves themselves look like a sexual mating call. Boundaries become blurred. Goalposts are shifted. The next generation, and I'm not even talking a full 15 years, I'm talking incremental progress, where once was deemed as slutty behavior, is now becoming the new norm into what people are calling, especially the ladies are calling, being prude. At that point, I ask myself, Flight Savages, when will this twerking and shaking, this grinding, gyrating out there for everyone to see? Bent over where you can see that cooter, where if you get close enough, you're gonna get a whiff of that smell. When will the boundaries cross, where what you see is normal on social media today becomes mixed, merged, and remixed, where it becomes normalized, where what was once deemed as pornography is now par for the course what you see on social media? Then that makes me wonder, Flight Savages, will the pornography that's rampant on the internet turned into straight up snuff films? More twisted, degrading, disgusting stuff. When will the people, the modern women, will say, enough is enough?
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe, hit us up on all social media networks.
We found true happiness